Hey everybody, Mrs. Bianchi here. Two students evaluate the expression 17, and then we have in parentheses 4 plus 15. Student A evaluates the expression by adding the product of 17 and 4 to the product of 17 and 15. Student B evaluates the expression by determining the product of 17 and 19. Is each student's evaluation correct or incorrect? Now, first of all, I have the expression rewritten here, and let's just assume that we're going to follow order of our operations to simplify this. If we were going to do that, that would mean we would do the stuff in the parentheses first, which would suggest we're adding 4 plus 15, which would give us the 19. And then the parentheses being next to this number here would suggest that we're multiplying those two numbers together. So to speed things up, I'm just going to use the calculator so that we can use that number to help us understand something that I'm going to show you next. So if we find the product of 17 times 19, we end up getting this number, 323. Let me write that down right here, 323. All right, now, in class, we talked about distributive property. So I have the thing rewritten again down here, and I'm going to review with you what distributive property is. So distributive property, if I take this and I multiply it with the 4, in other words, 17 times 4, what we're really doing is we're saying 17 times 19. So 17 times 19, we know that if we were to find the area of this thing, it would be equal to 323 little square units. So what we're doing when we distribute something is we're just saying that we're going to break it up differently. Instead of having it be one big chunk, we're going to break it up into, in this case, two chunks. So we have this blue chunk, which by the way is represented here as 17 by 4, because this dimension does not change. However, over here, we're saying that we're going to break that up as 4. And then we have this chunk, which is still 17 going across, but what is it up and down? Well, it would be 15, right? It would be 15 going this way. And it's not an accident that 4 plus 15 equals 19, right? So if we finish distributing this, we started with the 17 times 4, and we have to add to that the 17 times the 15. Now, I'm going to go ahead and take out the calculator just to speed things up here, and we're going to find the product of the 17 times 4. 17 times 4, we end up getting 68. And I'm going to write that in blue, and it'll make more sense why in just a second. And we're adding to that the 17 times 15. So again, let's use the calculator to speed things up. 17 times 15, and we get this number, 255. So let's move the calculator out of the way, and let's write the 255 here. Now, if we use the model to help us understand all about distributive property, what we're saying here is we're saying that this blue rectangle would have an area of 68. This green rectangle would have an area of 255. And if we add the area of the blue with the area of the green, so let's just do that quickly on the calculator just to prove my point here. So we're going to add the 68 plus the 255. Look familiar? We get 323. 323. Look familiar? So look at that number. Look at this number. Aren't they the same? They're the same thing. So let's kind of read through this more carefully to make sure we understand what the words are and how they convert to an expression. It says again, student A evaluates the expression by adding. Did we do that here? We did. See, adding the product of 17 and 4. Here's the product of 17 and 4, right? We ended up getting the 68. To the product of 17 and 5. We have the product of 17 and, or I'm sorry, did I say 5? I meant to say 15. The product of 17 and 15, and we got the 255. And the model here shows us that if we take this blue rectangle and this green rectangle and put them together, it's the same area as the red rectangle. We just are redistributing things. That's what distributive property means. So having said all of this stuff, now let's look at the second, student B. Let's read that again more carefully. Student B evaluates the expression by determining the product. Remember, product means multiply of 17 and 19. And we did 17 times 19 and we got this. And it's the same thing we got when we did it this way. So what's true? Are they both correct? Neither are correct? student A only is correct or student B is correct. So based on our conversation here, you should clearly be able to identify the answer if you've really listened to this video.